Number 2, Kansas State women's basketball lost to unranked Oklahoma tonight, 66-63. And this is K-State's first loss in the Big 12. And it's hard to go unbeaten anyway in any conference, no matter what. Especially if you're down your best player, Aoka Lee. But it still doesn't excuse the loss. I mean, you lost to unranked. But let's be clear. Kansas State barely beat Baylor by 3 points, and it barely beat a mediocre BYU team by 2 points last game. I'm just calling it the way it is on that. I'm sorry. And what exactly happened? It was tied at 33 apiece at halftime. Second half, 33 points again for Oklahoma and 30 points for Kansas State in the second half. And I'm going to go over the last 2 minutes of the game, and I apologize for looking down. It's just I cannot memorize every single play-by-play. Around 158 left, Gisela Sanchez missed a 3, and Oklahoma's up 63-59 at the time. Lexi Keys got the defensive rebound. It was a foul. There was a turnover by Peyton Verlhurst from Oklahoma, so Kansas State called timeout with 1:19 left. And Gisela Sanchez missed a jumper. Around 1:09 left and 1:06 left. Peyton from Oklahoma got the defensive rebound. And around 41 seconds left, Skylar Van missed a layup. And Sahara Williams got the offensive rebound around 39 seconds left. And Serena Sundell had to foul. I mean, they had to try to extend the game somehow. But Sahara Williams from Oklahoma missed the first free throw, but made the second. So 64-59. Around 39 seconds left. And around 28 seconds left, Briley Glenn made a layup, assisted by Giselle Sanchez. So 64-61 at that point. And then there was multiple fouls in a row by Jalen Glenn, and around 7 seconds later, Zazina Walker, and then Zazina Walker again from Kansas State. Lexi Keys made the first free throw, but missed the second. And around 8 seconds, Liza Mapu got the defensive rebound around 18 seconds left. And Serena Sundell made a layup around 8 seconds left. K-State called timeout. And then Serena Sundell fouled. And Deval Tot missed the first free throw, but made the second. So 66-63. And Serena Sundell tried to go for a 3 at the very end of the game. Missed it. And Oklahoma got the defensive rebound, and that was game. And like I said, this is huge for the Big 12 because now every team has at least one conference loss here, and Oklahoma's now 8-1 in the conference, and Kansas State's 9-1. And now I'm going to go over the stats of the game, and I can't memorize every stat, so I apologize if I do look down some. Points out turnovers favored Oklahoma 16-8. Fast break points 14-4 Oklahoma. Points in the paint 28-20. Yeah, they really miss Aoka Lee, and she's going to be out until February 17th, or that week of, like around 4 weeks. And Kansas State did not shoot the ball good in this game, 36.1% from the field on 61 attempts, 36.7% on threes on 30 attempts, so 11 made threes, so 33 points come from the three-point line, 8 for 10 on free throws, 41 rebounds, 11 of those offensive, 18 assists, 9 steals, 3 blocks, 17 turnovers, 13 fouls. Okay, 4 plus 2, that's 6, plus 3, that's 9 points off the bench, and 3 double-digit scores that combine for, okay, 18 plus 15, that's 33, plus 11. That's 44. And nobody else for Kansas State had 6 or more points in this game. And Oklahoma had, 3 double-digit scores that combined for 41 points. And it's not including like one other player with 6 or more points with 6. And they did have, 5 plus 3, that's 8, plus 10, that's 18, plus 4, that's 22 points off the bench. And they shot better in Kansas State, 40% from the field on 60 attempts, 37.5% on threes on 24 attempts, but 60% on free throws on 15 attempts. That has to get better. I'm sorry, and I know there's some players that were 1 from 2 from the free throw line. But, I mean, if you're a guard, you should make free throws. Should. I mean, I'm just telling the truth. 36 rebounds, 8 of those offensive, 21 assists, 9 steals, 2 blocks, 10 turnovers, 10 fouls. And one of these two teams are going forward. And I will say this, Kansas State has a really tough game coming up. You got to go on the road to Texas. And that's going to be a difficult game, whether Texas is coming off of a win against Baylor or a loss against Baylor tomorrow. Or when you're watching that day of, or even after the fact, like on a Friday or Saturday or something. But you get the whole point. That's going to be a tough game. You got Oklahoma State at home. You better not lose to them. But then you got to go on the road to Iowa State. And then you got UCF at home, which you shouldn't lose to them. And that might be the last game with that AOCA lead, but who knows? You don't want to rush back an injury too quickly, especially with the NCAA tournament in March and a conference tournament as well. I mean, and then you got West Virginia, who could be ranked down the line as well. So now Oklahoma, on the other hand, the next 5 games goes as follows. You got at Oklahoma State. That's a rival. You better watch out, even though you shouldn't lose that game. And I know Oklahoma really needs to find a way to get themselves off the bubble. But this win, I think, did it. But you cannot afford any bad losses, and that might be a bad loss. Though it's on the road, and you got TCU at home, which TCU forfeited 2 games in conference. And they're just not healthy, and they're not as good as they used to be when they were 14-0. But still, and luckily you got that game at home. You got to go on the road to Iowa State. Now, it's not going to be an easy game, and then you got Baylor at home on February 14th. Then in the following game is at West Virginia, who could be potentially ranked. So the last 2 games, actually the last 3 games are going to be difficult. Not to overlook Oklahoma State and TCU by any stretch of the imagination. I'm just telling the truth. So anyways, if you like this content, hit the like and subscribe. See you guys later on the road at 600 subscribers. Of course, ultimate goal is 1,000 more. So many money out there. Of course, liking the video, commenting the video really helps YouTube algorithm so more people can see it. Sharing the video does help as well, so more people can watch. And if you're watching and not subscribed, hit subscribe and it's free the notification bell as well.